Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well on this wintry day. I just wanted to make a short video on basically called How Did I Get Here? So let's start about 11 months ago. Everything was pretty good. Sandy and I had a great family, 5 grandkids, 3 great kids. She was getting ready to go in for surgery to replace a heart valve, which all the doctors told us it was routine. So we weren't really worried, but we were a little concerned. But going by what they said, we weren't that worried. I had just retired. I had my crafting business. Well, looking back at it, I spent way too much time on it, not enough time with her. But that's the way she wanted it. She was always excited about new products. She came up with ideas herself, and she was always my crossword name developer because I could never figure out how to put 8 names together in a crossword, but Sandy could do it in a matter of minutes. So she always loved doing that. And she also complained about greeting people at the door to pick up their stuff, but then always ended up having 10 to 15-minute conversations with them. And she loved that. She also loved helping her friends. We had like a revolving door with people coming over with all kinds of problems. Sandy would make them a tea or a coffee, sit with them for hours, and they always left feeling better. So once Sandy went into the hospital, had her surgery. She had her first surgery, and everything seemed to be okay. We brought her home and monitored her. A couple weeks later, I had to bring her back in for an appointment, and then as soon as they saw the results of the tests, they brought her back into ICU and then CCU, and then said they would have to do a second operation to replace a second valve. And just before that, we were lucky enough to get the whole family in to see her in ICU, including her mom and her sister and her brother, the kids, Arlo, and she went in for surgery and she never recovered. You never forget that phone call, April 10th. It's about 11:40 at night to get my butt back at the hospital because things were going downhill quick. So I rushed over there, called the kids. Josh was recovering from COVID, so there's no way he could go to the hospital. Katie got there as fast as she could, and Alex was there just shortly after Sandy passed. I got to the room and they kept zapping her heart, trying to keep her alive till the kids got there. But she was basically had already passed away. Sorry if I break up once in a while, it's kind of tough. Once Katie got there, then we had to make the decision to let her go. She was basically already gone. So we held her hand, gave her a kiss, and said goodbye. And Alex got there shortly after, and her and Kate went back in to say goodbye. Then, of course, you have the arrangements and the funeral, and we were not surprised by the amount of people that showed up. Hundreds. From high school to her banking days, her Zeller's days, her whole life. Because she helped so many people. So For those of you who've gone through it, after that, people will call and check up on you, and then they seem to slowly drift away. And then you got to try to figure out what to do next. We had sold the house, and Sandy passed away just before we were supposed to move to Simcoe to be closer to the majority of our grandkids. So we did. So I had to do that, and we had a lot of help from her friends, my friends, and the family. We got moved in, settled in Simcoe. I didn't do anything from Crafty Joe for at least 2 months. I just couldn't concentrate on it. But thankfully, all my customers understood. So I took a pause. But it's sort of like you're in a fog and you're lost completely. You don't know what to do with yourself. So I knew I had to get back in it. I knew I needed to talk to people about it. So the best way to do it is to go on Facebook and join some widow groups and widower groups and try to meet people that understand what you're going through and talk it out with people. So through that, like I said, you meet people. And if I can give you any advice, be careful, but try to find a small tribe for yourself. 2 or 3 people that you trust, that you can talk to openly, that they understand what you're going through and you understand what they're going through. So through this process, I've met 3 or 4 unbelievable people that totally understand everything that widows and widowers go through. First person I met was Paula. She's been a friend for around 8 months. Could have never done it at the beginning without her. And still to this day, we talk and we can tell each other anything. And it doesn't leave, it's between us. And that way you can just talk openly. And then there was Sam that I met in another group. And she just basically just keeps you laughing and gives you the bright side that there is a bright side and things will get better. And then Sal, what would I do without you, buddy? Such a crazy guy, but down to earth, and he's a great friend. And recently I met fourth person, Tracy, who's been awesome to talk to. And even though she's going through her own heartache, she's always there when you need someone to talk to. So just find just a small select few people and keep them in a small tribe that you can talk to whenever you need to, whenever you get down or they get down, and just talk to each other. So, where do we go from here? I have no idea. It's like a roller coaster. I can't even give you any advice. Just hold on, and hopefully, the ride gets smoother as time goes by. Will there be another chapter after this? Who knows? You can never forget the people you lose, whether it's your spouse or your parents, grandparents, and heaven forbid, even your child. They'll never be forgotten. I have Sandy right here with me in the living room. She's there every day. I say hi to her every day. Talk to her. I could just imagine what she'd say back. So I just wanted to basically come on, do a short video, and hopefully somebody gets something out of this. And just be strong. It'll get better. Thank you.